Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome back to WWE 2K25. In the last episode, I played as Rocky Maivia versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley, where I won the first Intercontinental Championship in The Rock's career. I did go back through and get the objective rewards to unlock Rocky Maivia and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and now we're moving on to actually an older time period, it looks like. So we've got High Chief Peter Maivia versus George The Animal Steele. Day 1 arena right now. Now's your chance. Oh, so this is actually not a matchup that happened. We're going to create history. Now is your chance to create history and win the final battle in this timeless rivalry. Can you lead High Chief to success inside the steel cage against the animal? This should be very interesting. Let's see how this goes.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss, predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principles behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George The Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a
sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George The Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
Man.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature. But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty. And gets sent right into the corner. One counter met by another. And a heinous attack to the knee. Debilitating attacks like that are exactly how you create a big opening. Head down to the gut.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime. Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal. Simple but effective side headlock takeover. Tremendous pressure on the head and neck.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here. Measured up nicely.
Fist drop!
And he is directed into the corner. Getting lifted to the top rope.
He's got him in trouble up on the top rope. Nasty arm drag!
Believe me when I say you cannot overstate the amount of pain that causes someone.
Fist drop! Man! The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself. WWE, but he's had
Perched up top. Diving leg drop.
and it's really hard to watch him just be pummeled like this.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Fist drop! We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Reverses the pin attempt. And a shoulder in the air.
Staying in this one.
Maivia gets stonewalled.
And Steele isn't looking helpless anymore. But George has to push now while the window's open. Oh my gosh, that's gross.
That was savage. What a disgusting act.
Goodness gracious.
George The Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Here he goes, up the wall of the steel cage.
Not an easy climb, even when you aren't in the middle of a match.
Brace for this impact! Like a guillotine. Going to ascend the cage.
From the heavens, splash from the top.
Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy. What's Maivia got here?
Into a backbreaker. And George is laid out. And Peter Maivia is stepping up.
Down to Odin, and a double axe handle smash. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
With authority! Maivia just dominated the Animal with that one. Maivia has Steele in his sights, looking to put the Animal down once and for another big move.
Talk about dismantling your opponent.
Maivia can taste it now.
Not even a 2 count. What unbelievable power.
You gotta be kidding me. What just happened? I don't know, but I think it just blew the roof off this arena.
And now the question runs in the mind, how am I going to be able to end this? A reversal. Well scouted. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname?
Brace for this impact!
Like a guillotine. And he has started to ascend the cage wall now.
You cannot waste any time when you start the climb.
And he's on to the top as this crowd holds their breath. He's getting even closer to making an escape.
This is what he's been training for. This moment right here.
And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
Alright, so with that one, we didn't have any time issues or anything like that. Basically, we just had to win the match. And that was a lot of fun. Never even really seen the High Chief in action before, I don't believe. So it was sort of fun to get to relive history and see sort of his moveset, but also sort of write history. We were able to get all the rewards unlocked, so that's great. Let's go ahead and take a look at the My Faction Sapphire Showcase reward, see what that's all about. Alright, we've got a couple of things here that seem like they're unlocked. Okay, so we got the High Chief Peter Maivia, And we got the MYF Emerald side plates. Okay. Don't have any locker codes right now. Alright, so we don't have those. Don't have any of those yet. We have an unopened box though. So let's go ahead to this. Oh, that's the emerald side plates that we had. Alright. Fighting Spirit side plate. Not sure what these things are overall. It's a little bit confusing to me overall on this. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of this, but it is the way that it is. I just want to go in here and see about my faction real fast. Alright, looks like we're going to be getting too far into this. What I'm really wanting to do is I'm wanting to... Alright, so here's how we would earn sort of cards and such, so that's a good thing. But what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to change up my team. Because they had me set up my team in the first place. Alright, Sign She's birthday, Bubba, come through and scrap to celebrate. Submission match, no rules challenge. Changes. Alright. So we've got several days for these kind of things. This one we only have a day left for. So some of these challenges you have to have certain things that I don't have all of them right now. So that is a thing to know. I sort of do want to do this match at a point here, so we'll have to see about that. I'm assuming with this I would have to play as the Iron Chief. So the reward is MFP of 1,000. This is a card. This is MFP. This is MFP. Yeah, so I don't really care about that. The card could be sort of cool here. Yeah, so with this, that time again, beat him down to collect a one-on-one match. Alright, so interesting there. Not sure exactly about a lot of this stuff. Like, I don't know what the MFP deal is there. Alright, so I have to have a specific LA Knight for that one. Yeah, as I said, very unclear on how this really works. My collection, is this where I can change my superstars up? As I said, very confusing as of right now. Not exactly sure what the deal is here. My whole thing was I wanted to sort of set my team to the Wyatt family, the Wyatt 6. And so not exactly sure how I go about that. But I guess that's alright. not, like I said, I'm not overly worried about it. It's not a mode that I plan on playing too much. Ah, here we go. Alright, yeah. Alright, so we're going to put in Uncle Howdy. And then we're going to put in... Actually, wait a second here. The women's division. Alright, so that's what I want to do there. Well, I only have him. Alright, so we have... So Howdy has to be a wrestler. Got it. I'm going to have the 6. So we'll have Rowan there. Then we will have Gacy. And we will have... Actually, you know what? The way we'll do this is we'll have Gacy here. Because it is usually... I think for the entrance it should be Gacy, Loomis, and then Rowan. So, if I was playing them, definitely it would be Howdy, Rowan, then probably Loomis and Gacy last. But that's just sort of my opinion. Nothing against any of them. I do want Piper Niven on my team, definitely. But of course, we're going to go ahead and put Nikki Cross there on the team. I don't think it really matters who I have where. I don't think that really matters. Not exactly sure. We got Scarlett here, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and put in Piper, though, there. So we'll have that. So there we go. We've got the Wyatt family there. I'm guessing what I'm going to end up doing with this, and I know this is a little bit after the stuff you came here to see, but my sort of plan with this is I am going to play around with the My Faction mode once we complete the showcase and before the universe season sort of starts. So that way there will still be wrestling content. We'll try out the My Faction summon, see how I like it and whatnot. See if it's anything that I really enjoy overall, everything of that nature. But I definitely want to get through the showcase first because I know that unlocks more wrestlers for me in-game, and it might also unlock some more cards like it did in this last episode. So definitely want those so that way I can upgrade my faction maybe a bit more. As I said, the men's is going to be the Wyatt 6. That's just the way it is. But who knows, I might get some more female wrestlers that I would really like, such as Rhea Ripley and such. So we'll see how that all goes, see what it really leads to in the end. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of WWE 2K25.